episode 2 of Tiger Talk with Becca Moore and Scott Ryan, and I'm in the studio. Isn't this exciting?
I'm actually really excited.
This is awesome. And we can see us, and it's all going to be great. We have a heck of an opponent this week with Moeller, and I'm going to start the show, if you'll permit me. I want to tell my personal story. So when I was a little kid, I remember going to the games with my dad, and we played Moeller, and we were beating them. And it was very exciting. It was going to be the first time we ever beat Moeller. My dad never stayed to the end of a Massillon game in his life because he couldn't take the traffic, which now that I live outside of Massillon, like what traffic is there in Massillon to begin with? But you know, we had to go, but it was coming down to the end. So I remember we were walking down from section 14 and Moeller throws this pass and they catch it, they win, we lose, right at the end of the game. I was broken. I mean, I don't want to say I cried in front of you guys. So I'm not going to say that, but I mean, for weeks I was broken. Well, just this week I read on MassillonTigers.com, which is doing great coverage of the Tigers this year, that game was in 1990. I was 20 years old. I wasn't a little kid. I thought I was 12 years old when this happened. I was 20, and I possibly cried when we lost to Moeller. And I was not happy about that. So this game means a lot to old fans like me. We haven't beat Moeller since you two were alive. I want to start with you, Coach. How do you get younger kids to realize what Moeller means to old fans like me?
I mean, I think our kids understand that. Our kids understand who Moeller is. Our kids understand that this is a huge matchup. Should be the biggest game in the state of Ohio, week 1 this year. So I don't think that's lost on our guys. And I think they understand the history of this series with Moeller and Massillon, and that we've been on the losing end most of the time, and that it's it's kind of like the Ignatius series. Like it's painful to think about most of the time. You got those 2 big wins in '95 and '96, but it's painful to think about. And, our guys understand the history.
I really didn't understand the history probably till today at Touchdown Club. And so, I love the touchdown lunch. So if you're free during Tuesdays at 11:30, it runs to about 12:30. Coach Moore brings the seniors. Today we've got Jaden, Welch, and Angelo, Salvino. But what was great about today is Ron Privy, right? Privage always does like a film, like he kind of like does this throwback.
I'm sorry,
Prunny, that's what, yeah. Ron Prunny. He's been filming for over 40 years. So he's filmed his dad, which is kind of like really cool. So he showed film, and it was from the 1996 game. And you know the outcome, but I was literally like freaking out watching the plays, and actually it was really fun watching, Paul Salvino kind of react and look at his younger self. But, that was a game that it was raining, it was a close game, and just seeing that and seeing the older generation just like really, like you could see it in their eyes.
They relive it.
They relive it, yeah. It was really cool watching Paul Salvino relive it. And then looking at his son, knowing that he's going to get to play in this game, which like how does that feel like? Do you feel like that puts pressure on you? Or are you like you're excited to go out there and be part of something your dad was a big part of that game?
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
How will you get pumped up for because this is going to mean obviously something to your team, but for yourself and your family, it's like a legacy.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It was sweet because I never watched my dad play because film wasn't how it is now, but just watching him play and hearing his name get called on the speakers, it was pretty sweet just to watch that. So.
And the coach was there today. The coach that actually coached.
Yeah.
Jack Rose.
Yeah, Coach Rose. So he kind of called him out on him, didn't he?
Yeah.
He missed a block and they fumbled,
yeah.
But your dad recovered. So that was you could kind of see him be oh, it was really cool to watch that. Yeah.
Well, talk a little bit about what you're wearing today, Becca.
Oh my
You
gosh.
are wearing a pretty cool T-shirt. I don't know if they can see it at home, but
Yeah. Well, if you can't see it, it says "Go Tigers." So Simon Says promotion is going to be every Friday releasing a shirt just for that game week. So it's game week shirt. So they're really soft. They're super comfortable, size small. But they're going to be selling them under the home section, so you can look for them. But they're only released on Friday, so you can't come down and get it before Friday. You got to go, underneath and grab your food, support the band, and grab your T-shirt.
so I think people will realize we filmed this show before Friday, and yet you're wearing one.
Yeah.
You have one. How do you have one?
They called me up and said, "What size are you?" And I said, "Small."
And this is because you're a host of something? Is that why you got it?
Yeah.
Because I
The
don't know.
Tiger Show,
Maybe
yeah.
people don't know. I'm co-host. So we're gonna split that shirt. I'm gonna look silly in it, but I
You're gonna
guess.
sew it to your, add a little.
Yeah, I guess so. I'm assuming that
Hey,
Simon
listen.
Says is gonna think of host and co-host.
I told these guys it took me 12 years to get on the sidelines, probably 15 years to get any kind of gear. I have to beg for gear.
Well, and I'm begging. This is me begging. I like Go Tigers. I say Go Tigers sometime. So introduce who you brought with us today, Nate. You brought two players. Let us know who they are.
To my right, we have Jaden Welch. Jaden's a senior. He's a receiver in a corner. And to my left, we have Angelo Salvino. Angelo is an outside linebacker and a long and short snapper. Did I say senior? He's a senior. And also captain.
And I feel like there was another Salvino that was captain not too long ago. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, my brother was last year.
And so, were you a little nervous during votes that you were going to live up to what brother did, or?
I mean, it's definitely cool to live up to him, but I knew that, if I got picked or not, I did everything I could have done. So, either way, I would still lead.
Well, that's a good answer, but I mean, come on. Inside, you were.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Okay. So, what's the difference between being a receiver, playing offense and defense, when one time I guess both times you're trying to catch the ball, but what are the skill differences when you're playing?
Probably more contact on one side than the other side. Like on defense, probably get hit every play, or if not, if you block it, you still gonna get it. So,
Which side do you prefer?
defense.
Is that
Oh.
because you can hit people?
Yeah,
He's really fast, too.
Are
A
you
really good
fast?
tackler as well. He really is.
So, when are you allowed to have contact with that player?
if they have the ball in their hand, or if I gotta block them.
I mean, I always think that has to be such a hard thing. That ball's coming, you're watching, and you're like, don't.
The entrepreneurial spirit runs strong at Simon Says Promotions. That's why if you've seen us everywhere in downtown Massillon, it's because we're growing. Stop in and see our guys at Spirit of Stark on 409 Erie Street North. If you're in the spirit for that new look, head over to Studio Vibes and tell Allie the Stark Media Team sent you. We've rebranded the old checkered flag building at 256 Erie Street South as Simon Says HQ, featuring Copeland Paints, Brooklyn Rio Boudoir, Cherry on Top Logistics, Studio Vibes, and we are adding new tenants monthly. Speaking of new, have you seen what's coming out of the vault at the new Tiger Store at 59 Lincoln Way East? New game day prints dropping weekly with new store hours. Trust me, they can't wait to see you. Check us out on social media and find out what's new, or for occupancy and employment inquiries, email simonsayspromotions@gmail.com today.
Per the state, once you enter the playoffs. But so us as an independent, we're often at the mercy of what the other person wants to do, because like I said, we would prefer just to trade everything. But you have to go with basically what the lowest, what the person wants to do the least. Which side wants to do the least amount, because what's your recourse?
Right.
There's no recourse. So sometimes we get stuck with one film. Sometimes people don't want, typically like this Wednesday we'll do an initial trade with Glen Oak. So we'll get our initial film off of our week 2 opponent. And that's kind of how we work generally during the season. That's pretty much standard practice now, but every once in a while you run into somebody that's screwy that doesn't want to do that. It puts you behind, going into the next week, which just means you got to spend more time on the weekend. It keeps guys away from their families, So I'm really not a fan of that kind of gamesmanship.
Right.
Some coaches.
So I want to go back to the game. So you've played Moeller twice, right? We played it before, not while we've been at Massillon. So
Correct.
you know the GCL. Like, do you feel like they're still the same? Is there a difference? Like they still run the same scheme, you know, or like?
I mean, it's different coaches, you know. So definitely things are different, but it's still Moeller. Like you know the things that make a Moeller team are all there. You know, they're going to be big up front. They're going to be physical. They're going to be disciplined. You know, they're going to play hard. Like, you know, our kids care a lot about football and about our program. Well, you know, they do too. You know, at a program like that. So it's they're going to be a great program. You know, they're going to do things right. They're going to play hard. It's going to be a battle.
What time will you guys go to bed Thursday night? Because it's the first day of school Thursday. Friday's the second day of school. So what time? And do you text all your guys in your group, or you like get to bed? What do you do?
Whenever school starts, you think I'm lying, but every day I go to sleep at 9:30, wake up at 5. Every day.
Yeah, I never have a problem with going to bed early, even during the summer, you know. Lights out by at least 10, but during the school year I usually crank it down to closer to 9:30.
Yeah, I like to be in my bed by at least 9:30.
Gotta get 8 hours at least.
Yeah, because your younger brother who plays for the freshmen is like super disciplined.
Oh yeah, like
8 o'clock.
yeah, 7:30.
Yeah, he goes to bed at 8 o'clock. Like if he's,
Coach Moore's in bed at 8 o'clock last night.
That's true. You were already snoring. You were done. It's been a rough week. But are you guys looking like what's it like? Walk us through a day on Friday. Like, you know, the first game. You guys are seniors. Like, what is the atmosphere like at school and with the other guys? Like, how do you, you know, keep them from being too hyped up before the game? You know, like, what do you like? How do you handle it?
I mean, obviously, like the game's on everyone's mind, but I don't know. I think everyone's thinking about the game, and everyone knows that everyone's thinking about the game. But obviously, you don't want to get too locked in too early. But as the day goes on, you just start tightening it up. But Friday's usually a pretty overall, like everyone's pretty locked in the whole day, just thinking about the game.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's it like to run out of that tunnel? To me, the first game, I mean, I always feel like it's even more exciting than McKinley, which I know is big words, but there's so much hope, and it's been so long since the last game, and there's nothing like when you guys run out for that first game. For me as a fan, it's my favorite. What's it like for you guys to do that run out that first time?
It's a different feeling. It just makes me even more ready for the game. I don't know how to explain it. It's a great feeling.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't even know if I could explain that feeling, but it's just crazy. You know, you get chills running out the tunnel with the band, all the fans out. It's crazy though.
And then hearing Marcus's chant, the boom, that's when you know it's showtime.
Yep.
I always I've watched you guys come out as freshmen, freshmen, sophomores. Like, do you guys, is it the seniors that are always in the front, or like, is that how it is? Like, did you start towards the back and you worked your way, and this is your year, you're coming out with the flag, or
yeah,
coming out in front?
Yeah, everyone waits their turn, but yeah.
Who's carrying the flag?
I'm carrying the American flag.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I'm running through the hoop.
You're running through the hoop? Awesome. Yeah.
So who decides who carries the flag and who runs through the hoop?
I mean, we have like a senior group chat, and we all talk about it and agree about it, but yeah, I texted that because everyone's texting about who wants to run through the hoop, but me personally, I don't want to run through the hoop because
Are you afraid you'll fall?
yeah.
Like every time I'm like watching, like who's gonna fall?
But yeah. Everyone was pretty agreed that like no one had a problem with me getting the flag. You know, my brother had it last year.
Yeah, that's cool.
So yeah, it's pretty cool.
Alright, how do you run through the hoop? Have you run through it before?
Never ran through a hoop.
So what are you gonna do?
Just gonna.
Are you gonna like put your hands out and like punch through it, or like?
I'm gonna do that because that sounds safe.
Yeah.
I might not trip if I do that.
After the
And I'm just
show,
gonna, like,
you and
run
I
through.
will go in the back.
In practice.
I have 8 hoops. We'll just run through.
Run through the
We'll try a
hoops.
lot of different things. We're gonna get your hoop
Yeah.
now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this year I'm gonna do something new for every game, and I need the Maslin Tiger players to help me.
What are you gonna do?
So I am going to listen. We're gonna have 2 players a week, right? Isn't that
Yeah,
our
yeah.
thing? Okay. So our 2 players, each player is going to suggest a hype song that you want me to listen to
Oh yeah, this is good.
right before the game. Now this is
Hype
gonna be
'em up.
before you guys come out because I gotta hear the band and I gotta hear all that, just so you know. So I want you each to tell me what song you want me to listen to, and then next week on the show I'm reviewing it. And by the end of the season, I'm picking the best hype song. And I just want to let you know that 2 years ago I bought Magnus Haynes Across Pizza.
Yeah.
Last year I bought Austin Browley.
A pie.
What
Yeah.
kind? He liked
He
to
wanted like a. I forget.
I forget, it was
I
peanut
went
butter or
and got it.
coconut.
Yeah. When we went to
He
eat.
got a pie. I'm not
Yeah.
saying that the best song's gonna get food, but I'm just saying I got a tradition going. So I want you each to give me a song that I
That's
should
like it's
listen
your
to.
song that you gotta write it
And
down.
I'm gonna be hyped up with you guys.
No,
And it's
I just-
okay if you think you won't like it, because it's
No.
the song that pumps you up.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get hyped up with you.
Yeah.
All right. What up by PGF Nook?
What Up by PGF Nook.
Yeah.
Can you YouTube that?
F Nook. Alright, people at home, I suggest you do this with me, but I'm not gonna tell you what to do.
Probably not good.
Because Tor says no. Yeah. Maybe nobody should be around.
If you can handle anything that's not PG, I can handle everything. I mean, Becca pointed at me when she said older fans, and she pointed at me. That shirt looks real nice, Becca.
Thank you.
What do we got here? What am I listening to?
I mean,
And remember, there could be a pie or a Cross's Pizza on the
me
line.
personally, I just listen to the Rocky IV soundtrack.
Nice.
I don't know a specific song from that. But
You have to listen
Well,
to
that
the
would
whole
be
soundtrack.
Eye of the Tiger, is I'm assuming what you're saying from Rocky IV, or Living in America is a pretty good one. I think that's from Rocky IV too, but that's not your hype song.
oh, I
There's
listen,
no way that's not.
I listen to the whole Rocky IV soundtrack every pregame.
Oh.
I believe.
That's a thing.
So but I can't listen to a whole soundtrack. What
Yeah.
if my whole life is listening to your
One
music?
song.
I said you could give me one song.
He gave you a soundtrack.
I mean, if you want to pick Eye of the Tiger, it's fine. I
no.
actually have that
You turn
one.
up the cheat key.
No, no easy way out.
It's a
Yeah.
good one.
Okay. Bye. We don't-
I'm not sure, but
I'll try.
But it's the
it's
Rocky
in
IV
there.
soundtrack.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right. We got it.
Do
Okay,
you
so
do you
next
switch
week-
your songs, or like he's like, I listen to this every game? Do you switch to the different songs, or you have like that's the song you always
I
go
just
to?
got a playlist that just I don't know. They're all making me want to go.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, I might listen to some Pink Floyd, but I always make sure I listen to the Rocky IV soundtrack.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I listen to Usher too. It might be weird.
Yeah, that is
Like I listen to like those kind of songs too for some reason.
like he's
I don't
kind of
know.
like soulful and like.
Yeah, no.
I think PJF Nook. That's the way to go.
That's gonna be the one. That's the
I think-
winner.
I mean, it's a pretty good name.
That's the winner.
It just if you listen to Chris Brown, it just mellows you out.
Yeah,
You know,
you're ready to go. So Wednesday is the rally. You guys are seniors. It's your last year at the rally. What is your best like rally memory, or maybe you're looking forward to this one because it's your bittersweet. It's your last one, but like what's like the rally you remember?
My freshman year probably. I just remember. I don't know because my freshman year was just. Yeah. But it was fun because I never done it before and just had all of our jerseys and stuff, so it was cool. It was like a first experience. And then
Yeah.
last year was cool too because I got to see a bunch of people.
Yeah, I agree. I like the freshman year one was cool because it was like our first experience. Like when we were on like McKinley week on the float, that was cool. But I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
What color jerseys are you wearing?
I know we'll be wearing black ones at the rally.
Yeah.
So,
So this is Eli's first year. Like, obviously he's been to the rally, but it's gonna be cool for me and bittersweet because do you feel like your 4 years have gone fast?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
110%.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone always says that, like they don't believe when the seniors tell them it goes that fast.
You don't believe it
but
till it's
does.
there.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing Eli like walk out with you guys. Obviously he'll be the last, but I've seen you guys walk out, so I can kind of remember that. It's always, like the seniors you always remember a little bit more. So it will be cool it's hard for me to believe that you're seniors, but then it just, like you said,
It goes by fast.
it goes by fast. So it'll be neat to see.
What is each of your favorite uniform colors? If you got to decide, forget about home and away, forget about that as a thing. Just what colors, what's your favorite?
I like the black Paul Brown.
I like the white Paul Brown jersey with the gray pants.
Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite.
I love the gray. I've never been
What do you like best?
I've never been told I love the orange. I think the guys look really good in the orange.
Yeah, I like the
really
orange
good.
top, black bottom is my
Yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Good.
Yeah, but the orange is just something about
Yeah.
the orange here.
Well, it's Maslin.
Yeah.
I'm with Ange. I like the white jersey or white Paul Brown jerseys are awesome, and I like it with the orange pants.
I love
Yeah, that's a
that
good
too.
one. Then we wear that for
Fish.
fish.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah,
a
yeah, I like
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. This is the combination guru. Like, honestly, if Coach Moore decided to retire from coaching, he probably could design uniforms and put them together. He's really good at it. Like, he's very particular about how he does things. He spends a lot of time on it. It's kind of interesting.
I don't spend that much time on it.
And when you're a away team, you always have to wear the white, right?
White jersey. Correct.
You wear the white tops.
But you always you can change the bottom.
Correct.
Right. Yeah, it's very confusing.
Didn't we wear orange at Warren?
Only because I asked that question
Yeah, we
last
talked
week.
about that
Throwback
last
jerseys.
week.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching the show.
Didn't tune in.
This is how we're gonna figure out who's watching.
Yeah, but don't
and who's
forget to
not.
buy your shirt from Simon Says underneath the stadium because they're very soft. You should go
They're,
get one.
are they soft? It
Yeah.
looks soft.
You
I
should-
wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have one of those shirts.
you
I'm
can
sure
get
they're
one.
bringing it. Nope.
But look
Still.
at these. We don't
Yeah,
have
this
these
end. Do you
either.
mind if I?
Yeah, these are nice.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
But
I
see,
like
I'm
these.
not a tiger, so I shouldn't have one. Okay, I am a host, is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I didn't know we were wearing uniforms, which is half the team.
Will you guys do you have a specific shirt you're supposed to wear Friday on game days? Or
You wear a
no?
tie to school, or?
Oh, you mean to school?
Yeah. Are you
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
tell them?
Yeah, you guys can talk.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got white button up, black pants, and then I think the Booster Club got us all OB ties. So,
Oh, I
we
can't
look
wait
like
to
a
see.
team.
I better see tons of selfies on Instagram and Snapchat.
All business.
Twitter.
Hashtag.
Hashtag.
all business.
Hashtag. There is only one.
Yeah, you might get that from Welch, but I don't know if you'll see any selfies out there.
No, I'm not gonna we don't see no selfies.
Yeah.
We might see a couple pictures.
Yeah, a couple pictures. That's gonna look nice. You guys excited to do that?
Yeah, I like dressing up.
Yeah.
Is that how you're gonna get off the buses on away games too? I think that's intimidating. I think that's intimidating. We're already intimidating, but I like to up it.
And it'll be nice this year when everyone's wearing the same thing.
Mhm.
Look like a team.
Yeah. What has been the biggest challenge that you faced going into your senior year with the team?
Maturing probably.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably it.
Explain.
Alright, hold on. Ask it again.
Like, what's been your biggest challenge going into your senior year for you as, being a senior, being a leader, being a part of the team?
Definitely maturing because there's some times cause I got a lot of young friends and stuff, so like they be goofing off and like there be times like where I would want to goof off too, but I gotta realize like I can't do that anymore.
Your time's up.
Yeah.
This is it.
Yeah, definitely. Like, we always start off with a pretty big group of, everyone just kind of going crazy. So, like, at the beginning, leading and trying to, like, show by example what's supposed to be done and just using a voice to lead a big group at the beginning and get everyone on board with, Mass and how we roll. So,
I'm
that's that
really,
thing.
really excited for you guys to see this game, roll it out. I know it's a tough game. you know, Coach Rose told this story today about your dad, and I almost cried because I really see this as your team. So he said that he pulled Paul Salvino in, and Paul said like he felt like it was a tight team, you know, that they would do anything for anybody, and he gave him $100 bill, and he took all the locks off the locker, and he said, "You trust everybody on this team?" And Mr. Salvino said, "Yep, I trust everybody on this team." And he said he put that $100 bill on the top of his locker, and he bent the edge of it up. And just before he did this, I forgot to say that they kicked 3 people off the team. But he said he felt like they weren't working. It was the right thing to do. But after that, like he felt like this team, like they had it. You know, they were a tight knit group. And he said that $100 bill stayed on the top of his locker. No one ever told him about it, asked him about it. He never said anything about it till the end of the season. And then he handed it to Coach Rose. And I just thought that was like such a testimony that those guys were so focused on the game and each other. And I see that in you guys because I watched you grow, and it's just really exciting for me to see, you know, what you do, and you know, for your dad to have an amazing coach like that. And I think obviously Coach Moore is amazing. And I think that you guys have bought into something, and you've made living here and just like being part of this process like really amazing. So I appreciate you guys, and I hope that you have an amazing year, and that you know, keep doing what you're doing, because I think you're both amazing leaders. And you definitely have matured a lot.
Thank you.
Well, we can't top that. We got to go out on that. I mean, that's a great story. I'd never heard that before, so I really like that. Thanks, guys, for being our guest. Tune in next week. Be sure that you're subscribing to Stark Media Team and Tiger Talk on YouTube. Follow us on Twitter. And
don't forget to get your T-shirt
underneath.
underneath.
They're giving free T-shirts to half of the hosts, which is a nice promotion, I think. And then everyone else buys it. Be sure to stop by Becca and feel her shirt; she doesn't mind. And follow us on Facebook at 15 for 15. And tune in next week where I will be reviewing What Up and No Easy Way Out. Is that no easy out?
Yeah. Until then. TIG.
ERS.
Have you heard about the newest place to get your high school and regional content? Check out the Stark Media Team. With over 150 years experience at the helm, we've recently partnered with iHeartMedia to provide 2 featured high school sports games every week on 99.7 and 106.9 FM. Now you know where to get your next exclusive. Get a Stark Media exclusive on any platform at Stark Media Team, and be on the lookout for our new website launching this fall, starkmediateam.com. Daily shows, podcasts, live broadcasts, and films. We even rent our studio space at 59 Lincoln Way East. Stop by and see us. We can't wait.